Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas Maggio. I'm a major and a member of the United States military, and I'll be creating a video today expressing my opinions on why I joined the military. I am required to say that my opinions and views do not represent the views of the United States government, the Department of Defense, or the United States Army. These are just my opinions and views. So, why am I doing this? Well, I'm doing this, one, to fulfill an ILE requirement. This is my way of getting my story out, which is creating a YouTube video. So, a little about me, my current military record, my education. I have an undergraduate at the Citadel. I have several IT certifications, CISSP, Certified Ethical Hacker, CEH, I have Network Plus, I have A+, and I also have Security Plus. All of these are necessary for my current job, which I'll get into later. What I hope to pursue in the future is my master's degree in cybersecurity and policy. And it's a master's of science, so I hope to have that opportunity to pursue it in the future. So, I have 12 years in the military. My rank is a major. I've been married for 7+ years. I've been on 2 deployments, one from 03 to 04, and my second one from 07 to 09. Both of those deployments are in Iraq. I also have a 1-year hardship tour to Korea, and what a hardship tour is that you take a one-year tour to Korea, and it's the same for Kuwait. But this 1-year tour means you serve 1 year and you come right back, and you have choice of assignment after that assignment. But the only downside is you don't get to bring your family. You do get a month leave between at the 6th or 7th month mark. Alright, so my current job, I am what they call a functional AR-53, and what that is information system management. And what that means pretty much says is I really run on the application side of automation. I would run servers, I would run mail servers, web servers, collaboration servers, sort of that realm. However, though, my current focus is cyber operations, and that's kind of where I'm leading to from this point forward. My current posting is First IO Command, and what I do is I just work computer network operations and defense. So why did I join the military? Well, I've kind of narrowed it down to 4 principal reasons why I joined the military. One was to be part of something bigger than me. Another one was structure in my life. Another reason was I wanted to help those in need. And the last one was just patriotism. So, the first part, being part of something bigger than me. Both of my grandparents served in World War II. One was a bombardier pilot. The other one was a medic. I believe they were both at Normandy. My granddad, who was a combat medic, was at Utah Beach. I'm not sure what the other one was doing during that time or what theater of operations he was in, but both were in the European theater. I don't have any relatives to my knowledge that served in the Pacific. My dad, he was a reservist during Vietnam. He joined up of his own free will, but just as a reservist. He never went to Vietnam. Some more background on me. In high school, I was a member of the football and lacrosse teams, and those provided those sports. The reason why I joined those sports was, you go into high school, you want to fit in. You don't want to be an outcast. So, I liked football and I liked lacrosse. I played Pop Warner. I played junior lacrosse in my junior high school. So when I went into high schools, it's pretty much a no-brainer that I would go try out for the football team and lacrosse teams. Made them both. Had marginal success my 4 years. I didn't start, but I got a lot of playing time. But when I look back, that wasn't the point. The point was to be part of something and actually meet people. That was my way of meeting people, and that's the way I met. That's how I met all my friends. My college years, I went to the Citadel. The Citadel is a state military college of South Carolina. It's in Charleston, South Carolina, which is a beautiful place. But the Citadel is a really unique experience. That it's a military school, but it's similar to West Point and the service academies, but that the Citadel at that time was all male, so that was a kind of a unique experience. By the time I graduated, it was not all male. And during my 4 years at the Citadel, I was part of Lima Company. During Lima Company is where I met my second group of friends that I've been able to retain throughout this entire time. And some of them have gone on to, some of them have gone on to join the military. Some of them have gone on to run businesses, and one is currently a CFO. But even as my time at the Citadel, I kind of distinguished myself at the Citadel too by becoming part of several different groups. While out there, I joined the National Guard after my freshman year, like I needed any more challenge right after my freshman year, which is anyone that goes to a service academy knows that the freshman year is pretty tough, especially at the Citadel. But I did join the National Guard right after my freshman year, did basic training in 96. In 97, in 98, I began trying out for U.S. Army Airborne School. In 98, in 98, I did make the OML list, which is an Order of Merit list. So I did get to go to Airborne School in 1998, and I did earn my jump wings. The Citadel was probably the best 4 years of my life, and that's a pretty big statement for me. But the Citadel was, how could I say it? It was very unique. For me at least. I did get commissioned in 1999, and in May of 1999, and I was a second lieutenant. And I joined, and so I got my commission, became an officer in the United States Army. But even then, I tried to distinguish myself. Tried to be part of something even bigger. So you go in the United States Army, you're already part of something bigger, but you want to. You want to do something. You want to do more. You just don't want to be, average officer, average Joe in the United States military. So, I fought and I got, became an infantry officer. Went to infantry officer's basic course. From there, I transitioned over to the Signal Corps. It's called branch detail, but I was a signal officer after a couple years in the infantry, which was a good couple of years. And then after even that, I became even more specialized when I became a functional Air 53. But my early years at the Army, I made it a point. Before there, I asked for my assignment in the 82nd, which was my first assignment in the Army. So, as an infantry officer, being a part of the 82nd Airborne is very prestigious. But to lead a platoon in the 82nd prior to 9/11, you need to be a Ranger. You need to be Ranger qualified. So, tried out in IOBC, got it, was able to go to Ranger School, met the pre-Ranger qualification tasks, went first, failed out because of an injury, went back to IOBC, got healthy, they sent me back. At that time they could send you back. So they sent me back, and in March of 2000, I started my second stint in Ranger School, and I made it all the way through. But here's the funny part: it was 6 months, and I recycled every phase. So I started in March of 2000 and ended in September of 2000. So another reason I probably joined the military was the need for structure in my life. Structure, I wouldn't be where I am today, which is good career in the military, happily married, got a wonderful wife. But I don't think I would have any of that if I didn't have structure in my life. And I look back and my structure started early. My parents were, disciplinarians, um, very strict, follow the rules or you get spanked, though I never did get spanked. But, the threat alone was enough to motivate me. So, that was my initiation into discipline. But then, going into high school, becoming part of those sports teams, football and lacrosse, that provided me structure and discipline to be a member of a sports team. It's a team, so, the team concept, loyalty, the willingness to give up something for your buddy on the left or right of you, do what's best for the team, follow a training plan for football and lacrosse. So what sports gave me was a routine, and it gave me a structured routine which allowed me to be, successful in high school. So, the public school system gets a knock in this country, but I felt public school was actually, very helpful to me. Having that ability to join those sports teams, having that public environment, having to deal with, teenage issues, which look kind of small now, but were pretty big at the time for all of us. All of that, gave me structure, provided me with a routine that allowed me to, make it through high school pretty much, unscathed for the most part. The Citadel was structure taken to the next level. It was very rigid. Anyone who's been to the Citadel have heard about the Citadel. It's like the service academies. Your freshman year, your time is regimented out to you. You're told where you have to be and what you have to do, and you're told, why you have to do it. Even to go to class, everyone has to go to class. You don't go to class, teachers report you. You get in trouble. You lose your weekend. So, for someone like me, who had some educational issues in high school. I didn't always study, did my best, but in college, that wasn't going to cut it. So the fact that I had to go to class so I wouldn't get in trouble, that was a good thing for me. And even at night, you had mandatory study hall. So you had your mandatory breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then after dinner, you had study hall from 7 to 2300. You were to study. You were supposed to be studying, and if the upperclassmen didn't caught you not studying, well, that was going to be a bad day for you. So that sort of fear, or the upperclassmen fear, having to go and study, even though my grades my freshman year weren't that good, it got me used to a routine, which I carried on my sophomore, junior, and senior years. That regimented study time, which was, everyone was supposed to study, but as an upperclassman, you don't have to. You can mess around. You can play on the computer. You could do a lot of things, but not study. But the ability to go and study, and going back to the classrooms, which all the classrooms were unlocked at the Citadel, so you can go back in there and study and be undisturbed. You don't have to stay in your room, which was probably the biggest reasons why I graduated. If I would have went anywhere else, if I would have went to a regular community college or a regular, state college, I probably don't pass college. So I probably needed that. So that structure in my life was crucial, and I recognized that structure. So I think that's why I joined the military. That's one of the key reasons why I joined the military. Is it provided me that structure. You knew what you're going to wear. Everyone wears the same uniform. It's not very stressful when you only have one uniform to wear, and your dress uniform. So it's simple in nature. Even going in the military, you're told you got to be here for physical training, and this is your After physical training, mess hall opens. After that, you start your work day. And depending on what your job is, depending on what you do, you typically your day's over between 17 and 1800, and then you head home. And then you start all over again. And for some, they might think that's monotonous, but for me, I kind of liked that routine. All right, so another reason why I joined the military was probably wanting to help those out in need. Whether I instinctively knew that or it just kind of ended up that way, I sort of like pinned my third reason why I wanted to join the military was wanting to help those in need. In high school, I used to get into a lot of fights, but they were always in help of a friend. And so I would never let a friend get into, a fight without me at his side. At the Citadel, I typically, after my freshman year, my sophomore, junior years, I would typically, volunteer for community service type stuff. So we'd go around, help clean around Charleston, go on the beaches, help clean up the beaches in Charleston. So I did, so that stuff kind of appealed to me. So going in the military sort of appealed to me, be able to defend or support people that couldn't do it for themselves. Some people might think that's silly, but that stuff kind of appeals to me. So that was one of the reasons why I joined the military. So I think the final reason I joined the military was just simply patriotism. And I'm not going to be ashamed of saying it, but I like the United States. I think we're the best country in the world. We do a lot of things right, and heck, we do a lot of things wrong. And we don't always get it right, but we go into something having good intentions, and we do our best. And yeah, we're not perfect, but I think we do it better than anyone else. And there are a lot of other countries out there, that you may think does it better, or you may want to be in. But I can tell you that I think we've got the best thing here in the United States, and so I might have a displaced sense of patriotism, but this country has given me a lot. I've got a good job, I got a great wife, so yes, I don't own a home because I'm in the military, but I do rent, and we've got great conditions. I've been overseas. I've seen what other people don't have. I've been in Iraq. I've seen what they don't have, and I left Iraq thankful that I am an American. I am part of the greatest democracy in the world, and you can laugh at that, but I think I will always answer the call of the United States. So I'm hoping to give back. Because it's given me so much. Whoever's elected, they tell the military what to do, and I listen. If you don't like the politics, well then, by all means, you've been given that right to go vote someone who you feel is in line with your values. I vote. I've been given that right, so I vote who I believe is in line with my values. But I don't get involved, and I don't spend much time worrying about political issues. Patriotism. After 9/11, patriotism was high in the country. And everyone jumped on the bandwagon of patriotism. But you knew who the patriots were, and who was in it for the long haul. And after 9/11, I definitely felt my blood boiling on what happened. At the Twin Towers and at the Pentagon. And though I didn't know anyone directly there, I knew people who did, and I was ready to, answer that call. And to this day, I am proud for what I did, and I was proud to service my nation after 9/11. I was glad given that opportunity to serve. And though in recent years, that message may have gotten lost. through politics, but I know that message, and I know after 9/11, we were changed as a nation. So I will continue to answer that call, and to whatever the outcome is. Following up on 9/11, I went on my first deployment. It was in October of '03. I had just met my wife, who at the time was my girlfriend. She had moved down with me, and we began living together. And then we got the word that the 82nd was going into Iraq for an extended period of time, and at the time I was attached to the aviation brigade as an S6, and so I want to close out by saying thank you for all of you for watching today. Again, this was my attempt to provide to you why I joined the military, why one soldier joined the military, and I've hoped this has provided you with some insight on why one soldier joins the military. And this is just mine. Some other people might do it for different reasons. Some other people might just do it for the money. Some people might just do it for the adventure. But for every soldier in the military, there's a different reason why we've all joined. And no one is alike in any which way. But I want to say again, thank you for taking the time to watch this. And if any of you have any questions from my point of view for the military, feel free to get in touch with me. Below is my email address. Feel free to email me, and if you have any questions, and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.